To be Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo.
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
The anticipated face-off between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford unfolded during a high-stakes press tour leading up to their blockbuster super middleweight showdown set for September 13, 2025. In Las Vegas, staged amid the grandeur of the Riyadh season press events, the moment was electric. Both champions stood face-to-face under the global media spotlight, exchanging intense stares and bold declarations. It was a charged scene of silent tension, with Canelo's piercing glare meeting Crawford's composed defiance, symbolizing the clash of styles and legacies to come. Hailed as the fight of the century, this bout promises an epic battle between two pound-for-pound...
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO. He just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about, like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Alvarez, a celebrated Mexican boxer, is a 4-division world champion and the current undisputed super middleweight. Title holder, known for his exceptional power, defensive skill, and adaptability in the ring, Canelo has defeated some of the biggest names in boxing, firmly establishing his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats.
Fought Floyd Mayweather at what? Were you 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, you know, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws.
Hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion who has held titles in the lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight divisions. Widely respected for his switch-hitting ability, high ring IQ, and knockout power, Crawford cemented his status as an elite fighter by becoming the undisputed welterweight.
We have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys.
Stands as a dominant force in the super middleweight division, with an impressive professional record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, including 39 knockouts. His career achievements span 4 weight classes: super middleweight, middleweight, junior middleweight, and light heavyweight. Most notably, Alvarez made history in 2021 by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion, further solidifying his position.
He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting.
Aged 34, Canelo Alvarez blends power, agility, and experience to remain a formidable presence in the ring. His recent unanimous decision victory over William Skull in May 2025 reaffirmed his position at the top of the sport. Despite rising challenges from younger contenders, Alvarez's technical mastery and high ring IQ continue to distinguish him as one of boxing's most elite and enduring.
Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing. It was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Crawford emphasized that physical stature won't define his clash with Canelo Alvarez, pointing out that they are the same height at 5'8", and that he even has a longer reach. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy, Crawford remarked, challenging the notion of a significant size difference. He dismissed the narrative of a physical mismatch, highlighting that the real distinction lies in their typical weight classes. Crawford gradually moved up from lightweight to light middleweight, while Canelo has competed as high as...
Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6 if you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't...
Dismissive of a potential clash with Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez eventually adopted a more open stance, stating he's willing to face anyone if it makes sense both financially and for his legacy. Meanwhile, Crawford chose to skip a tune-up bout before stepping up to 168 pounds, a move some analysts believe could backfire given the sheer challenge of facing a fighter as skilled and seasoned as Canelo. Critics argue that Crawford may struggle at super middleweight, suggesting the fight is less about true competition and more about financial gain. With many viewing Crawford's chances of victory as slim, the bout is widely seen as a high-risk gamble for his reputation.
Canelo Alvarez, we need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri, the speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, coming to a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn.
Alvarez reportedly referred to his fight with Terence Crawford as easy money, suggesting a potential payday of up to $150 million, a figure that underscores the mega fight. Status this matchup holds due to the fighter's star power and legacies. This massive financial incentive is a key reason both men are willing to entertain the crossover clash. However, Crawford pushed back on the doubters, noting that while critics believe he'll struggle moving up in weight, he's already proven himself by rising through multiple divisions and winning. In contrast, he pointed out, Canelo moved up in weight and suffered a loss. Confident and defiant, Crawford insists he can meet the challenge.
All the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
If it's what I want, I'm gonna take it. If not,
Would you put a rehydration clause?
we'll see. I don't like to talk about other fight when I got it.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see you in there with. You understand
I understand that. Same happened with Bologna.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with Carlos.
And it happened.
And same happened with Emilio Sanders.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Troll, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go up to 175? Because 168, I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morel, you got the rematch with Vilo.
If I go 175, that's pretty much
that would be the first time. Well, then you can look around and see what's out there at 175.
And then wait.
Would you make a Crawford's performance against Masvidal?
I think he knows why his weight class is there. Right? He make a good fight, but for me, I think he lost the fight or draw.
Okay.
Or would be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was out there
because
in LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't sell it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? Because in the past you told me no.
If the money is right,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters around.
Do you want to say 168 or look at 170?
Joe Rogan experience. Terence Crawford acknowledged that a showdown with Canelo Alvarez would be the biggest fight of his career. He candidly admitted that at this stage the stakes go beyond legacy. Money now plays a major role in his decisions. Having achieved undisputed championships across 4 weight divisions and risen to international fame, Crawford explained that he's now focused on balancing risk and reward. While his early career was driven purely by competition, facing a global icon like Canelo presents not just a legacy-defining opportunity, but also a chance for immense financial gain. Despite the challenges of moving up in weight, Crawford is enthusiastic about the matchup and compared his excitement to the buzz he once felt at the prospect of fighting Manny Pacquiao.
No. You just need, like, dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like, at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I get excited. I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm going to be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because
Is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight.
Freddie Atlas offers a nuanced take on the upcoming clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. While he acknowledges Canelo's impressive accomplishments and elite skill set, Atlas believes Crawford is in a league of his own, real special. He notes that although Alvarez remains a dangerous and capable fighter, his recent performances show a slight decline in explosiveness and overall sharpness compared to his prime. In contrast, Crawford continues to operate at the highest level, showcasing exceptional speed, precision, and tactical adaptability. According to Atlas, it's this sustained excellence.
He's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the, what was his first division? Lightweight, then he unified the junior, then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher, you know, a unified champion that he's been, you know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older.